All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Golfballing Podcast, episode 263. Got word from Mr. Sean that is a prime number. Unfortunately, he did not take my bait that he should come on for every prime number episode for the rest of the Golfballing Podcast. Didn't take that bait. So we still have Ryan Lipson here. Thank you, Ryan, for tuning in and appreciating a prime number.
How many episodes would that be from now to 1,000?
Sean actually he sent a graphic. So let me
What
pull it
episode
out.
is this?
It wasn't that bad. This is 263. So we're a quarter of the way there. I really thought that there was a chance he could take it. So just for example, staying in the 200s, he would be 269, 271, 277, 281, 283, 293. So we're looking at about 20 episodes per 100. So I'm no mathematician here. So I'm not going to be able to give you the answer, actually. Whatever 20 times 7 would be 140. 1,400.
We'll put it this way.
What?
He
140. Sean would do 140 podcasts until 1,000, basically. So that is a bunch.
Just to simplify that, it would be about 15 or 16 over the next 100 episodes.
Yeah. So a good amount.
100 episodes is no.
Well, I agree with you, but I'm just saying Sean hasn't been on the pod since I think like 2023. So speaking of which, thank you everybody for listening and tuning in. It's late. It's like 8 o'clock here in Florida. We've already missed the PGA Championship. We got the Charles Schwab COVID Classic going on right now. But really quick, Ryan, been watching a lot of Gordon Ramsay. I'm gonna give $20 to the first 5 people who give this a 5-star rating, and that can include you, Ryan. I don't care. I am sick and tired of having 7 Spotify. And by the way, that only counts on Spotify. So I don't care if it's a hassle. My thesis is this. The views have been pretty solid since Nick and Sean have departed the podcast, and I kind of quit doing it as well. But I don't know if it's active. So if you're still listening to me right now, you should be on Spotify. If you want the $20, you should do it. You should already have been done, because ideally this gets done in the first hour of this podcast being posted. So probably around 10 o'clock Eastern. I have a feeling that maybe one person is going to do this. I have a feeling you might be doing this right now. And then I don't think basically I'm retarded and it's late, and I don't think 5 people are going to do this. And I think Ryan just did one. So
I hope you get the notification.
Oh, shoot. Okay. By the way, I'm glad you mentioned that. DM me on Golfballing Instagram and just send me a screenshot of you doing the 5-star on Spotify, and just send me your PayPal, your Zelle, your Cash App. I don't care. Just send it. No questions asked. And then we'll talk about this on the next pod. I did not get your notification, but it looks like there's only going to be 4 available. Hey, you know what? As a special Golfballing episode prime number, we're going to extend it to 5 plus Ryan.
Bang.
So Ryan, am I sending $20 your way?
We'll roll it over.
So, well, yeah. So the PGA Championship happened.
It did.
And you won that.
I did.
Bet. So good win to Scottie.
I did also win last place.
Did you?
If we're getting technical.
I was just looking. I was pulling it up right now.
I'm pretty sure he was dead last.
My guy?
No, Michael Block.
Oh.
I was saying, I guess
technically plus 15. Okay, I'm all out of sorts right now. Ryan, how are you? You seem tired, rightfully so. I know some family was in town here. I'm all out of sorts. We have to talk about the PGA and the Colonial, or Charles Schwab. How are you, though?
I'm good. I had Buddy Rob in town. Drank a lot this week, more than I should have. That's why we're just rocking the water this evening.
Oh, there you go.
But I also played golf this afternoon with Chris. So,
Oh yeah, that's right. How'd you play?
I hit it well, all things considered. Driving range was closed, so
Ooh.
just kind of rolled a few putts and went out there and let it rip.
What's the number?
I think I shot 82.
Ooh.
Started out double bogey.
Did you play at TN?
No, we played at Wildcat Run, which I don't think I've ever played with you.
I think that's on the drive to like the Naples Beach or Bonita Beach, maybe.
It is out Corkscrew Road past Stony Brook.
So probably not. It's not on Cleveland.
No, it's on Corkscrew.
No. Sounds cool though. Is that like a reciprocal? Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. All right. This is kind of complicated because so Nick was on the last episode. Ryan won with his Scottie bet. I had Rory. I don't remember sleepers. I think we did 3 bets each. It's just a whole nightmare.
I had Oberg and Scheffler, but I don't think the second pick mattered.
I think it did. We did 3, like we did the Masters.
If they were separate, then that's a whole nother.
All 3 of them are separate. So I've already lost 1 for sure to you with Scottie versus Rory. So I'm down immediately 1.
Yeah. See, I don't know who your second golfer was. I had Oberg.
I think it was Xander at -1.
What did Oberg shoot?
I think worse. No, it's going to be better. Did he play?
Yeah, he did.
I remember seeing him there.
He might have blown up on the weekend.
Dude, what the hell? Where the hell is he? No, he didn't make the cut. Bang. All right, so just like that, we're all tied. Shout out to Xander Schauffele for beating.
Notable mention: Brooks kept
Oberg.
9 over.
Yep. Man, you missed a lot. Did you not watch the PGA? You were barely sending anything. Did you watch the PGA?
Not much.
No. Oh, you missed the final round. Wasn't too crazy. Rahm did have it tied up. He might have even had the lead for a hole or two, but he was 5 shots or 4 holes past Scottie, 4 holes ahead of Scottie. And I never really thought like he was going to lose, but he did tie it up, and he made it interesting. And then Scottie just did his thing. But what you really missed was the Green Mile on Saturday night, where Scottie went 3 under on the last 4 holes. That was insane.
Yeah, I watched a little Sunday. Rahm's comeback was fun.
It was.
He hit the ball well. Not that I wasn't rooting for Scottie, but it was nice. He made it interesting for a few holes and then fell apart.
Yeah, because no one else was. It was like Noren at 7 and Scottie at 10 for hours and hours and hours. So that was very boring. Not boring, but I think the best golf. Yeah, anticlimactic. The real cool, like climactic golf was Saturday night, which, obviously just really did it for Scottie. Now we have the Charles Schwab, which is always fun because that was the first tournament post-COVID. And so I didn't even know that was a tournament until then, and now it's a whole thing. So John Pock, 7 under, your boy Scottie, 2 under. Jordan Spieth today shot 1 under, and I was watching the Golf Channel waiting for this pod after the broadcast was done. Jordan Spieth on the 10th hole took 46 seconds to address it. And the announcer was saying that there was no wind. It was a pretty straightforward shot. It was a par 5. He was 1 over through the day, and he took 46 seconds addressing his approach shot. on 10, which was just crazy. And then they like did examples of him not taking that long on other shots and him making birdies and stuff. And they were just saying Jordan's got to get out of his own head and all this. And
But think about if you're in between a number. I mean, there's plenty of times today where it was windy in between clubs. You're sitting there thinking about it. The wind changes. I mean, could be a number of things, especially if it's not repetitive, right? But I
I
also
agree.
saw the handshake bets guys. They were at a live event and they had Phil at an over under at 50 seconds to take a shot after he put his tee in the ground.
Was it over?
Over hit.
Was it really?
It was a back off. There was one back off involved, but yeah.
So
I
this
mean,
is just standard.
not crazy.
It's
I mean,
not
they
Brian
set the
Harmon,
line.
2.5.
Yeah.
The guy was, I'd never actually seen this guy on the Golf Channel before. It was a new face, and he was saying that this is just a stock 7 for Jordan Spieth. And what you're saying, like, I don't know how you can just kind of know Jordan Spieth's stock 7. Like, I think there's a lot of variables at play. Like you're saying, wind. They were saying it's low wind, but you can feel something weird. The wind can be 6 miles per hour, but you can still feel something on your back neck or something, see the waves, the water. Like what you're saying.
That, and you never know, like, if there's a bunker front side of the pin, you want to make sure you have enough club to get over. There's a lot of variables that would make you second guess your shot.
The Rory not doing well at the PGA was a big talking point. Spieth, I feel like people are kind of like how they were with Rory before he won Augusta, where it's like, I hope it happens, but I'm so sick of getting excited because it makes sense on paper that Jordan Spieth is going to win the PGA or Rory's going to win the Masters. On paper, it makes perfect sense, but we've done this for the last 8 years. And so it just sucks because, Spieth didn't do too well the first 3 rounds at the PGA, but then like even this, the Colonial or the Charles Schwab, that was where he won in 2016. And I don't know, it just sucks him because golf's hard, and just because they're not winning doesn't mean, Justin Thomas just got his first win in years, but he's still competing. I mean, it's just this new era of golf, really. No more Tiger, no more Phil. Rory's getting older, and now it's, Scottie, and kind of just feels like no one's really close to that level.
Scottie and friends.
Michael Block, the Block Party, though, he went 2 under today. So if he could get that crowd going, final group Sunday, I think he could demonstrate who the better golfer is.
That was a tough look.
Tough
clip there.
Some other folks in the Golfballing group chat don't love Michael Block, and they have like different reasons that make sense. It is annoying, and it's funny how most people agree it's annoying now.
Yeah, I don't like him for any other reason than to just see the common guy succeed. Like imagine Ryan Hagerman being a PGA professional at a golf
if
course.
Ryan Hagerman said that he's Rory, he could be Rory if he had Rory's stuff. Like, then I'd be like, all right, dude, give it a rest. If Ryan Hagerman if he made the PGA Championship and said, I just need bigger crowds, I mean, it'd be kind of funny because I know him.
Yeah, but that's the thing is you have to take away the stupid shit he's said.
He said a lot of stupid shit.
Look at
he
it.
Comes off as a huge douche. Arrogant. Yeah. He comes off as an arrogant, salty douchebag. Like, all right, dude, I'm gonna Google how old Michael Block is right now because it seems like you had a whole lifetime to beat Rory McIlroy. He's 48. Yeah. Sounds like a 40-year-old guy. Speaking of Michael Block, did you see my text? I'm gonna try to attempt to make the U.S. Open.
You?
Mm-hmm.
Like as an attendee?
Difficult. Nope. I'm gonna play in the U.S. Open, and it seems, as they say, extremely difficult. Sergio Garcia just 3-putt on 18 to miss this year's U.S. Open, if anyone was wondering. For our livers out there, for our liver and onions.
Give me the breakdown on how you plan on achieving said goal.
Okay. I think at the current technological level of golf, there's not that much of a divide between anybody on the leaderboard right now, the Charles Schwab, John Pock, Blades Brown, badass freaking name, and Neil Shipley are the two guys who got the okay, I'm just fact checking because I don't want to say it wrong. The Champion's Choice, the winners of the Charles Schwab pick 2 players, and Blades Brown is on one of them. He's 19 years old, or he's 17 years old. Like, is there that much of a difference skill set wise from a lot of these players? Like, is there really that much? Yeah. Blades Brown is 17 years old playing in the Charles Schwab Invitational. And like, what I'm saying is there that much of a skill set between Pat Rogers, Matt Wallace, Bo Hostler, JT Poston, JJ Spawn, Brian Harmon, Novak, Bhatia, Webb Simpson, other than mental? Like, obviously, I'm not Tiger freaking Woods. And obviously, the whole philosophy of this is to shoot for the moon and hit a mountain. You know, I'll play in any tour event. I'll play in a Corn Ferry event. I'll win a local AM. That can be my mountain, but I'm going to shoot for the stars, shoot for the moon here. But I don't know if there's that big of a skill difference between the 10,000 golfers who compete to try and make a US Open every year. Skill-wise. I've seen Nick shoot under par, and I've seen Nick easily not
say it
shoot under par. So that's the philosophy, is shoot for the moon. US Open is a ridiculous goal, but at the same time, I feel mentally good compared to sometimes when I watch these guys.
I can't wait to see you beat Nick. That's going to be the best part of this journey.
Well, we can have a whole discussion on that. On me,
I wish he was here to defend,
but I'm not gonna talk about it until Nick's on this podcast.
I wish he was here to defend,
because I'm sure Nick will say the same thing, that I
that
can
be
beat
the
him
best part of the journey
in a bad round. You know, it's like you beating Nick, you having a good round, Nick not having a good round, or Nick having a really bad round and you having not a bad round. I mean, it's
golf.
I
more so meant in a round where he would have shot well. Right?
Just Nick shoots 69 at Fort Myers, and I come in with a 66.
Beat him the way Nick is going to beat me, 80 times out of. I would say 20% of the time I could catch Nick on a bad round.
Yeah. I think that's just.
I would have to play well, but I think maybe 20 is.
No, what 10%. Nick's probably typing this draft up. He's going to bring up distance, which is something that I thought nothing of when I made the statement to make a US Open.
I need like 6,400 yards on Nick's beating me 10 out of 10 times if we're over 7,000 yards.
Yeah, same. So
it's a big problem.
Yeah,
it's a big problem.
So
see,
upgraded tech is going to come.
Not trying to discourage you, but I will say that is going to be the biggest hurdle to overcome.
Not even.
Dude, they're playing from like 7,500.
Yeah, they're playing ridiculous. I can't.
Yards longer.
I struggle. I don't have a 4-iron, as you know. My 4-iron's broken for the last year and a half.
Of your words.
And it's exactly. It really is. I'm looking at the 8th hole at Oakmont. It's playing 290 par 3. I'm aware of the distance concerns, and that's why you got to pick and choose your local qualifiers. And I'm just kidding. I feel like that's something who knows what they're talking about would say. We'll figure out the distance. All right. I'm cutting the fat right now. I'm going to get on, as you can see in the Golfballing Instagram bio, sometimes maybe 8 in a day, but at least 3 on the course. So And we're not talking drinks, alcohol. So I'll keep you posted on that. I still haven't played since our last round a month ago.
It
I
should be
haven't
like
played
one
in
of
the
the,
year that I've lived here. So
yeah, I was gonna say it should be like the contender series. I'm round one. You have to get through.
so we're essentially looking at this in a 20-year plan. You know what Matt said, our buddy Matt said this. And then that's the whole joke, is just like, I'm doing all this. You know, Nick's gonna have a really successful career on the senior PGA. I feel like if he can
Yeah,
just be playing at that level at 55, I mean,
just
seems like he
grind
can
it
really
out.
rake. I got Vijay on my top 10 leaderboard every single, and Angel Cabrera just shot 72. But anyways,
Matt's gonna be round two, by the way. There might
Matt,
be.
no, Matt, what I was saying is Matt said that when he was moving back up north, he was, you know, playing in, or even when he was down here in Florida, that he wanted to like play in, you know, local tournaments and stuff, just for some competition and some fun. And I thought that was a good idea. And I have not looked into it in the year and a half since he said that. So it's more of just that. But
It's fair.
yeah, we'll play. Hey, you name it. You need like a 0.4 handicap. So that's a whole nother hurdle as well. So you name that. We'll get through the first qualifier whenever. You set the date. I'll
I
drive
can teach
down.
you how to do that really
I'll
quick.
get oh god, giggling. I'm not doing that. Okay, that's how it actually stemmed, is like I've never shot under par on 18 holes, and I think
Me
I
either.
would literally be so pissed off if I go my entire life and my handicap doesn't improve as what it is right now. I think I'd just be so pissed.
It's
Right.
such a frustrating game. It's a
It's
game of
yeah.
imperfection, though. That's the whole problem. Chris and I were
Yeah.
talking about it today, and like his expectation, it is greater than my expectation, but I have the same feeling about friends that I play with that are 15, 18 handicaps. You know, you have to have realistic expectations. You know, he's sitting here and he toes one a little bit. He's like, oh well, it
It's the end of the round.
didn't go 320. Dude, you're in the middle of the
Yeah.
fairway. I'm gonna need you to just not be upset with that. We're not playing on PGA Tour. If you're on the PGA Tour and you lost 20 yards of distance because you towed it, I understand, right? You are playing Wildcat Run on a Thursday afternoon.
Yeah. That's true.
My expectation is that I'm probably not going to break par very often.
You said you've never broken par?
I've shot par twice.
I just don't get it, dude.
I know it's somewhere deep down I could do it, but it's
Is
also
it that deep? I feel like it's right there.
it's a
I feel like it's
distance.
right under you. Just look down, dude.
It's a
What do you
distance.
mean? We've never shot under par?
Mm-mm.
I've played golf with you. I know you can shoot under par.
Sometimes.
What's your best 9? Do you know that?
Oh shit, like 33, 32.
And so did you just call it a day? Or
No,
these like Wednesdays?
one of the most frustrating rounds of my life. I was playing after work in Kentucky with a friend. I shoot 33 on the front. I was like, dude, let's just go get drinks and dinner, and I'm gonna leave here
Oh, that
happy.
sounds familiar, yeah.
He's
Made you
like,
play.
yeah, he's like, dude, we got to make the turn. Just see what you shoot. I think I shot a 42 on the back,
That's
41.
not, yeah.
No. But then inversely, I've done it the other way where I've shot like 39 on the front and then went crazy on the back and shot like 33.
Yeah. Game inches. You want to do some picks?
Yeah, give me Scottie for.
You want Scottie at 2 under and 20th?
Dude, it's Thursday.
Yeah, I don't think John Pock, no
Yeah.
disrespect, is winning it at 7 under. So then the leader would be at 4 under. You want Scottie Scheffler?
Yeah.
I'm picking golfers who have never been in these situations. I think this.
That's fine. I'm taking the guy that's 5 off the lead and probably more likely to win than whoever you're about
Are
to
you going
say.
to give me? Would you give me John Pock and a golfer?
No, absolutely not.
What?
I'm
Come
picking
on.
somebody that is
John
7
Pock's
shots.
not winning this. He's not winning this. There's
I
like
can't give you.
18 dudes at 4 under. There's There's 8 at 4 under. There's 9. Okay, how's this? I'll pick John Pock and somebody at 2 under with you and Scotty. You know what? I'll throw you a bone here. I'll take Jordan Spieth at 1 under and John Pock at 7 under for Scottie Scheffler at 2.
I don't know why I'm negotiating with you. I feel like this is a terrorist negotiation here.
Do we have a deal?
I feel like allowing you to take the golfer that is 5 shots ahead is enough of an advantage.
Do you know who John Pock is? I mean, once again, all due respect, he's 168th in the FedEx this year. He's 26. I'm sure he's got a bright future. But
do I get a second golfer?
I'll give you a second golfer who's worse than Jordan Spieth. I'll give you Michael Block. We can do Spieth and Pock for Scotty and Block.
Then give me Matsuyama.
What?
He's 1 under.
You want a major champion?
Bro, you're asking. You're putting out big ass.
Okay, all right. Here, how about we do this? You're going Scottie Scheffler, Michael Block, and Hideki Matsuyama. I'm going John Pock, Jordan Spieth, and Blades Brown at 17.
Deal.
Who's 2 under? All right.
Deal.
Lock it in. This time I'm going to favorite these players so I'm well aware.
Just text it to me. Put it in writing.
Yeah. Okay. Michael Block.
Yeah, he's number 1 for sure.
Who is it? Hideki
and Scotty.
Blades, Spieth, and Pock. All right. We're locked in. Oh. There we go. It's 8-5. I'm like the Steelers. Let's see if I can hold on to it.
Yeah, what we need to do is we need to get a commitment from Nick and just let you have phase 1 to be the champion of this and have a 3-way.
Oh, what?
We need to have Nick included in this. I'm just saying we need a commitment from him.
Mm-hmm.
But
before an official 3-way tournament can be established. Yeah. I wouldn't even think of it now.
So let me ask you this. On those 3 bets, is it whoever's highest? Are we doing 3 separate bets there?
Yeah, 3 separate bets.
So I got Michael Block versus Blades.
No, you have Michael Block versus Spieth.
And then Hideki.
But you know what? Just for purposes that make more sense, we can do Block versus Blades.
Or we can do
2 under.
No, we can
Hideki and Spieth at 1 under, and then Pock and Scotty.
No, we'll just do whoever's highest. Don't do individual matchups. Just whoever's highest.
Oh, so out of those 3.
So they could just end up washing.
So it's just 1. Yeah, I like it. Just 1 total.
If all 3 of my guys are higher than all 3 of yours, it's 3 points.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's how we do it.
Yeah, but I'm saying not matched up against somebody individually. It's not like Block versus Spieth. It's just like at the end of the week, if Scottie Scheffler and Hideki are 5-6 under, whatever it is, your 2 are at 2 under, and then there's 2 players tied at 3 under.
Then what happens?
I would just get the 2 points.
Why? Oh, because of the tie at 3 under?
No, because I had 2 players that were at 5 under. You had 2 players that were at 2 under.
Yeah, but what about my third golfer?
If they were tied at 3 under.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'll explain it later. It's not hard.
Well, I think you just answered it.
Yeah.
But all right.
It makes sense, I promise.
No, I know. I think we just came to an agreement. But anyways.
Michael Block's winning this golf tournament.
That'd That'd be pretty epic.
Shooting 2 under after literally shooting 80 twice, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. And saying you just need crowds shooting 2 under. If Michael Block can do
He should have just bust him in. Just brought the crowd with you.
Yeah.
He's got the fan base.
I'm surprised Liv hasn't made him an offer.
Honorary member.
All right. I tried to find horoscopes in the paper, but I can't seem to locate them. I don't really know what's going on. Maybe that was just a Fort Myers news press type of thing, but
Weak news.
We'll pocket that for this week. And thank you for watching. I really prefer the pods that are earlier.
Yeah.
I think we're in agreement.
That's my bedtime.
This reminds me of college, yeah. When we were doing like 3 a week. So thank you all for listening. That's it. Goodbye. Watch on YouTube. And remember the rating thing.
Scottie,
I look forward to your DMs.